Okay. I think Facebook's taking another second to stream us, but welcome everybody. Hello. Thank you for joining.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for receiving me.
Yeah,
Receiving this body.
what's that?
And for receiving this body as well.
Yes, absolutely. I haven't done one of these podcasts for a while. I used to do it every single week, just coffee talk. And it started during the lockdown, and I was meeting on Zoom with some friends and having coffee, and the conversations were so expansive that I was like, why aren't we putting this out there for other people to join in? And so if you're on Facebook and you're watching this, you can comment. I will try to see if I can figure out how to read people's comments. But in any case, it'll also be on my YouTube channel and you guys can share it. So let's just dive in. One of the reasons that we're all on this today is because we're creating a really cool multi-city access bars class. So yay, yeah. And that's a really different energy than just creating one on your own. So who wants to speak to that first? Go for it.
Me, the creator.
Cool.
Yeah. As well, first of all, I'm Paola Fuenmayor. I'm here in Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm joined Access 2 years ago, and since then I'm been so excited to promote this technique, bars, facelift, all the body processes, and also I came from corporate world. I'm being business owner. My parents used to own a business, so I know that I was different. I see the word different. So I was in question, how can I contribute for other people to know that they have classes? So I start asking question, how can I contribute? When you are a business owner, we usually go to our networking meetings and we exchange business card. So I was okay, what about I bring this energy to the class? I mean, for me it was so easy. I don't have any point of view to promote that have a class in San Francisco. To me it was like ease. So I say, okay, what about instead of, I was talking with a friend that I'm from Venezuela originally, so her class is in Venezuela. So I was like, what about instead of just to promoting each other class, what about we bring 100 people promoting each other classes? So like I don't know, in 2 days we were like 50. We start inviting more facilitator, and boom, in 2 days we were like, oh my God, this is. So we start calling friends, facilitator all around the world. We're gonna have this class. And Julie, we were like, what about no it's only for Dr. Dane to have 1,000 people in one day attending a bars class. What about we as United? We can pull in people to be like 1,000,
Yeah.
bodies in
Nobody
all
else asked
around the
these
world
questions.
taking.
Yeah,
What
it's
you
awesome.
say?
I said nobody else asked these
Yeah.
questions. Like what a gift that is. And when you
Oh,
ask a question, all of a sudden, new possibilities show up.
yeah. So then my friend Rebecca Montoya, she's from Venezuela also. She was like telling me, Paola, I've been doing Access for so many years and nobody ever had that question. What about we can be 1,000 people, attending, 1,000 body attending in one day a class. So that has been the energy since we start putting this together by the end of December. So as of right now, we are like close to 95 cities. We are more than 100 facilitators, because a few classes are by two facilitator. Here in Atlanta, we are two facilitators co-facilitating a class here. So we are already more than 100 facilitators. We are around 95 cities, because some of them have two facilitators. What else is possible?
Mm-hmm. Well, let's hear from Niesma.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Well, thank you so much for each one of you, Paola and Julie. I have the pleasure yet to meet you like in person, but I'm seeing you guys right now. Thank you. Well, I'm being part of this project of Paola Fuenmayor, and thanks to my friend Melissa, I reached out to her asking like, hey, I have a few questions. Like, what is this? Is this like allowed? Because access consciousness has also like premises or rules or things that we have to respect for each certified or not certified facilitator. So I just wanted to make sure, like, hey, I just want to make sure about this. And so I was like, excited at the same time, pursuing so much energy, like so much energy that not only from 1 to 10 people, but from other more bodies. So it was impressive, like just to perceive in that and be in that space of perceiving. I'm from Mazatlan, Sinaloa, Mexico. My class will be in Mazatlan this 23rd, February 23rd. And I'm like excited because I have been moving this I don't want to say I want to, I have been perceiving and all this energy about this project from Paola has been also like being influenced and moving my energy and my surroundings. And one of the things that I want to bring to this table, like I said, Julia, through email, I want to just bring this energy that I have been experiencing, like to bring all those energies that we have been hitting through the years, through the families, through the generations, and to perceive and receive those energies. Sometimes we want just to pretend, or we just want to play that that energy is not there. But what if we play that? Of course, that energy, it's part of us. Even though if you are like, if you speak Spanish, speak English, or any other language, like one of the other invitations in this project is just to perceive the energy of whatever it is, or whatever you and your body is perceiving and your business is perceiving. And I have been receiving a lot of these energies of, oh my God, like finding out things about my parents, my grandparents, from my mom's side, from my dad's side. And it's like, wow, like this is like very important space that I would like to talk about it, especially because of the things also that we have been living through these special times, and especially from people that are living in Mexico or other Hispanic countries. I wanna like I wonder how can I be the invitation to bring those energies to this project, even though we're choosing it the 23rd, or even though you're a practitioner, you don't necessarily need to be a facilitator, just a license. But what if you allow yourself just to perceive the energy of all the lives video that we are all as a team, as a group, we're sharing around the world, and also just to be part of, like to co-create more of this particular energy that Paola has brought to this time. And thank you, Julie, for giving me the space and being the space.
Cool. Yeah. And I love your background and how it's like the aurora borealis. And, what if that is more like what we each are as beings, this, amazing, magical, sparkly, milky space
Thank you. Thank you
of
very much.
invitation for others to also sparkle. And that's been my target for many, many years. And it's funny because I was looking for a date for my bars class, and I originally had it on the 22nd, and I went to sleep and I was like, the something that feels off. I was like, where do I need to move it? Do I need to move it closer to my foundation the following week? Or, and I was like, no, Sunday. And then I saw your post in the facilitator group and you're like, oh, we're doing this thing on the 23rd. And I'm like, oh, that's what that was. So, we all have these senses and we can sense what's going on. And I could just feel like that was going to create it on that date, Sunday. So everybody, Sunday, February 23rd, probably somewhere near you is going to be a bars class that you can attend. And if it's your first time, amazing. If it's your second or 100th, it is half price. So amazing. You get to experience access bars with all these other people taking the class and learning the process at the same time, which exponentializes the energy. So if you've ever taken a class and there's just been a few people, that's great. But when you get together with hundreds of people around the world, all on the same day, it changes the energy and it makes it, first of all, much more easy to find the points, to experience the shift, to perceive the energies that are going on. It's not like, wait, was that something? Because you can really feel it. It's amazing. So I invite you all to look
And
for a
Julie,
bars
let me
class.
interrupt you. We did bar swap this Saturday, this past Saturday, and we already start. I mean, since I start access every single month, I do a bar swapping and a bars class, and this bar swapping was like we were like, what is going on? I mean, the energy start, the bars class on the 23rd start already, shifting something. So we, in every single live and in every single promotion, I'm being asking, what about on the 23rd we can do a massive change around the world? Because we have people from Italy, we have people from Germany, we have people from Serbia, imagine a city, more than 100 facilitators having, to do this technique all around the world. We can perceive all the changing and all the delete that is going to be happening that day. So to me, I'm so excited. I'm so grateful that as a group, all the energy that is in the chat, everybody's exciting, putting together promotion, asking, and be this what is required for the 23rd to be a massive change for everybody.
Cool. How does it get better? Yeah. I've actually
Yes, it's
been
possible.
hosting a bars trade every Wednesday for the last 20 years. Every
Nice.
Wednesday that I'm in town.
I love that. I love that. I
Because,
love that.
once a week is minimal for me. I like to have my bars run a few times a week, but people are like, why would you do that every week? And I think, well, everything runs smooth and easy in my life when I have my bars run once a week. So why wouldn't you?
Right. I agree. I
Yeah, why
agree.
not?
I wondered what contribution each one of the people, the bodies that are choosing this project or to be part of this project could be the contribution that the world and the earth are requiring from us. I wonder what contribution can expand also and to be for this day in particular. And also just not only maybe about not only in this particular day, but to open more of that energy of just being not only one day, but 365 days out of the year. What would it take to just explore that energy just by closing your eyes
Mhm.
5 seconds? perceive, release, and smile.
Mhm. Oops. Sorry, notifications on my computer haven't turned off. I find it really interesting how much the sound healing thing has really exploded recently. And sound healing is great. And I get so much more shift out of a bars session. And it's like, for me, it's musical because you, the being, instead of vibrating in this certain range of electric, good, bad, right, wrong, trying to keep everything handled, you become this more acoustic vibration. So it's in a way, it is a sound healing in itself because it allows your being to start to open up to all the different tones that it is. And then you be that in the world. So it's pretty dynamic.
Thank you.
And Julie, for people that they're gonna watch this later, I've been a business owner my whole life. I choose, or access find me, because I used to suffer for so many years migraines. So I went in. I go to a holistic place to take care of my health. So I was like for 4 years doing using different techniques, and my migraine is still the same. So I took like 5 sessions. I happened to have my brain scan to see the wave. So when I saw my brain was red, almost dark red. So after 5 sessions, I go back to the place and they scanning again my whole body and including my brain. So when the lady that she's been MD for 25 years, she has this place for 25 years. So when she saw my brain, she was like, what did you do? And her answer was like, this must be coming from God. I have so many. Yeah, she was like, I have so many machines. I have so many. She has the Tesla bed to heal. She has sound healing. She has lymphatic therapy that she created by herself. Is in 2,500 people around the world using the lymphatic technique that she put together around the globe. But she was like, this has to come from God. None of the machine that I have here is, do this so fast to your brain. What you did, you have to tell me what is going on, because and she was like, for people that is in very, very cortisol level very high, she always recommend 2 ashwagandha. And I was taking not 2, I was taking 3. I was taking 4 ashwagandha, and my cortisol level, they were, so high. When she saw the result 2 months, I thought my first test was January, the second was March. She was like, OMG, what are you doing? So I say, well, I learned about my manicurist. I know that she was doing it to her son because she couldn't speak, and this helped him. So I told her, you need to do it to me. I need to do something with my brain waveling. This is not okay that my and I used to go to sleep, not to rest. At that time, for so many years, I wake up tired. I wake up like I was fighting a tiger. I wake up like I couldn't connect my thought. So I was like, please don't talk to me, to my husband. Don't talk to me. Wait 2 hours to talk to me, to come, like me. So I'm being in sales for so many years. So I say, what about all the salesmen? realtors. I mean, this is to the corporate world is amazing. You know, you can be more productive. I mean, ease in your life. My husband is a chemical engineer. He runs a plant. We also I do it for him so he can handle, you know, all the employees, all that. So to me, even though if you are not in that healing path or in a, you know, in energy field, if you are like me, I was always in my, like by the book, but you know, have to have science behind and all that. To me was like, oh my god, this is an invitation. What I was like, really, what else is possible? I mean, with migraine, because get the energy. How many people suffer from migraine? I mean, how many people are like in a stress mode? I mean, with the cortisol level so high. So and I'm been pulling those energy because a lot of people they are working with the cortisol level so high, and when your cortisol level is so high, you age faster. My biological age decreased 14 years in those 2 months. That was
Wow.
the lady was like, oh my god, my organs were like 58 years old, and 2 months after they were 44. She was like, what are you doing? So
I hope you taught her the bars.
yeah, yeah. I did a session, and I'm being so glad that I found access consciousness, that I even showed to the bed of my dog. She's a holistic vet, and I did 2 classes to the whole team in that vet clinic, because she was like, "Oh my goodness!" When she saw my brain, she was the same. I need to learn this. I mean, who? Everybody has the cortisol level so high. So I say, okay, you have here so many tables. Let me do a mini session on you. So we did a 2 class in that up to the whole team. I mean, to me, they are amazing because you can decrease your age, your biological age. You can feel release. You can concentrate. You can be productive at work, in your office. I mean, to me, bars are awesome. They are a gift for everybody. I mean, even though if you don't want to practice, if you don't want to teach it, if you don't want to be a facilitator, to have a session is and in on the 23rd, you're not only gonna learn how to run bars. No, a lot of people they don't talk about that. You learn different energy tools. When you are in a stress mode, you can use it. If you are at the airport, at the school, if you have something going on in your life, you can use those tools as well.
Yes, the class is so much more than just learning the bars and receiving the bars. There's a video by the co-founders explaining kind of the points and everything behind it, and also a whole bunch of other tools. I mean, it's a lot packed into one day. And actually, way back when I learned the bars, it was part of the foundation class. And I was like, this is like really hard to learn the afternoon after your first day of foundation. And so I was the person who asked Gary if I could teach a bars class to my friends. And after that, he took it out of the foundation and made it a separate class. So you never know what your contribution, your question will create that creates a change in the kaleidoscope of all of our interwoven oneness. That like
I agree.
expands possibilities.
And amazing that you did that question. I can imagine how it's gonna be, you know, both class together. Oh my god.
I would like to also, while I'm listening, both of you, just perceiving this energy, and I would like to share with you. I have been in like in two different like energy spaces, with crisis, depressed, without nothing, almost on the street. And also I have been like in the other side of the coin, but I have been like I used to be considered one of the best dancers back in the day in Mexico. And also I used to travel too much and work too much, that I was like traveling and knowing of around 25, 26 countries. So I wonder what bodies are choosing this, just to explore from different spaces. Maybe
Mm.
you're like living or choosing something different right now. Maybe you want to get out of that space of depression or crisis or chaos, or just to have to bring a different energy to your life, to your reality. Or maybe you have done everything, or you think, or you conclude and you solidified that you already did everything for you, for your body, for other people, filling out the expectations to other people, because because you felt suppressed. Maybe you felt that someone else was on, and maybe what is possible, right? Maybe
Yeah.
you just want to just like, maybe you have in your mind like, what am I going to lose if I have tried or done everything? What else is possible? What if you can just bring that to your body and just ask this question? What else is possible now? You're depressed. What else is possible? You don't have anything. You don't have nothing. You feel lost. What else is possible for you in your body, in your reality? And if you think, you perceive, or if you believe that you have done everything to your life, and there's nothing else that you can do in life or achieve, or just to expand, just ask like, what else is possible? Because you never know what is going to show you, the universe, earth, bodies, to your new reality. In Spanish, in English, as a facilitator, even though you don't have the license, what else is possible now? Or maybe you don't have no idea what they're talking about, but maybe you're like, I think I want that, but how? Like, just keep asking that question. Any question is good, because it's gonna create something greater for you. That's
Yeah.
what I wanted to bring.
That's a really good point. And for anybody who's experienced COVID at all, whether it's the symptoms or the vaccine or whatever, there was a hopelessness in that virus that even though people healed and got better, there's still this lingering hopeless feeling. Um, and I have noticed that the bars can shift that dynamically. So, what if anything that you've got going on isn't permanent and irreversible? What if there is another possibility for change? Science doesn't know everything yet. They're exploring, and it's amazing how many times people will have a bar session and then go back to their doctor, and all of the tests that they had taken are completely different, whether it's healed bones or cancer disappears or whatever it is. It's like
Migraine.
migraines, depression, like there's so much more possible that can be explored. And what if you could be the instigator of a new possibility? So we
Yeah,
invite you. And if you don't want to come, don't come. It's fine.
It's your choice.
Yeah.
right, right. And maybe you met someone is like very close to your city, very close where you're living, and you're like, oh my God, I know the person. But maybe because any other reason you are not able to attend to that class, well, just reach out to them, reach out to us. If we're close to you, we'll be happy to facilitate you and to accompany in this choice.
Yeah.
And Julie, you mentioned that you're going to have a foundation the following weekend, right?
Yes,
And
the last day of February we begin, and it's a 3.5 day journey. You learn body processes besides the bars and all kinds of tools to undo all the lies that we've bought as the foundation of our life and like expand into completely different possibilities. I love exploring.
I'm gonna be facilitating foundation that weekend also. What else is possible?
Oh, yeah. Maybe we can have 100 city foundation.
Yeah.
That's so interesting. The first class that I took from Access Bars, well, before that, I was like just asking something different. Is there something different? Is there something else that I would like to do that is fun for me? That it's not gonna, it's not gonna be like a job or like a work, but it's gonna be fun and as a hobby, right? So my first class that I took was facelift
Mm.
class. And it was interesting because a friend of mine came to Mexico. I was living in Mexico. I lived in Mexico for about 14 years. And my friend from Mazatlan moved. I went to Mexico City for a session, and she was like, "I'm just going to this like session that everybody talk about it." And I was like, "Yeah, really? It's just like a Hamlet or something." And I was like, "Okay, well, like hold on, I haven't heard anything about that." But once she tried that, she was like, "Niesma, I'm just gonna take this class. I want to try it on you." And I was like, "Yeah, perfect. I'll see you in my house." So she did that, and I was like, "Oh, what is this?" And she was like, "Well, this is the session." And I'm like, I want it." And she was like, "Oh, well, I already took it." She was so happy. But I was like, "But what's the next one?" And she was like, "Well, there's a facelift class, I think. I think it's the same thing." And I was like, "Well, I'll take it." I mean, I didn't ask anything. And that was my first class that I took from Access. And that started to change my reality. Of course, afterwards, I took the next class in Mexico City, the next class in Miami because I was touring. And also now my third class was in New York City, where I'm right now uh, sharing
Living.
with you. Yes.
Okay. So, Neisma, where is your class? On the 23rd. Where
Mazatlan.
Mexico?
Mazatlan. Yes, it's Mazatlan, Sinaloa, Mexico. It's very close to the Pacific coast. It's just like right like in front of Cabo, Chihuahua, Sonora, and
Okay.
Durango, and Tepic, which is in
So
the
if
bottom.
anybody wants to find classes, you can go to accessconsciousness.com and look for the Access Bars class. I know they've just migrated the whole site to a different platform, so there's the little bugs, but just be patient, be kind to your computer, and it will show you the different places where you can take the class.
Or they can reach out to me. I'm in almost all platform by Wellness by Pao. I can find you a class near you on the 23rd. As I say, we are more than 100 facilitators around the globe hosting a class this coming Sunday. And Julie's having hers in San Francisco, very close to San Francisco, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I love it.
So we're past the top of the hour,
Yeah.
so I
Yeah.
want to honor everybody's time. Thank you so much, and
Thank you,
forward
Julie,
to
for having me. Thank you so much.
take care.
Thank you so much.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.